Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is definitely a Japanese craft beer. It comes from the Kyoto Brewing Company in Kyoto, Japan, and we're going to look at actually three beers in this series. And if you're interested in Kyoto Brewing Company, learning more about their beers, I have a playlist that you can check out and see a variety. I think I must have now about 40 or 50. I haven't checked, but quite a few of their beers. Kyoto Brewing was started in 2015 by three people. One of them was an American, another was a Canadian, and the third was a Welshman. And they met when they came to work in Japan in the far north area of Japan as teachers. And actually, full disclosure, I know them all, and I've known the home brewer, or the brewer, for many years, before when he was a home brewer, and sampled his home brews many times. He studied in the U.S. and then did an internship at Lost Abbey in California, and then at Shiga Kogen Beer in Nagano Prefecture, which is one of the best craft beer breweries in Japan. Now, they started in 2015, and right out of the blocks, they did well, and they were voted the best new brewery in Japan for 2015 by RateBeer Best, the annual survey of beers on RateBeer.com. And in 2019, they were selected as the best brewery in Japan by RateBeer Best. So, they come certainly with some qualifications, and they've been doing very, very well. They have a tap room, which is actually part of the brewery, and it's open only on weekends these days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, occasionally on Thursday. They have three main flagship beers, but they also have a lot of one-offs, and they have two seasonal lines. And one is the Kimagure line, and the other is Shunka Shuto. The Kimagure line is generally an IPA or pale ale or something like that, and Shunka Shuto is generally some sort of a saison style. They're apparently rethinking the Shunka Shuto line right now, and we'll see what happens with that. They have about 180 some odd beers listed on RateBeer.com. And on Untapped, the average rating for their beers is 3.71 out of 5, pretty high. So, they're a brewery that's acquired quite a few laurels, certainly, and they're very highly regarded in Japan. Okay, and now the first beer we're going to look at in this series is called Kyoto Brewing Haru no Kimagure 2021, and this is their spring version of the Kimagure seasonal line, and it's an IPA at 6% and 43 international bittering units. This has only 2 ratings on RateBeer, and the average is 3.95, pretty high. And on Untapped, it's got 64 ratings. An average of 3.87 out of 64. So pretty high ratings overall. The malt bill for this is Pilsner malt, Maris Otter, Munich, Crystal T50, and the hops for bittering, they use Chinook, and for flavor and aroma, Cascade, Amarillo, and Simcoe. So that's certainly an IPA pedigree for the hops, definitely. And they use American ale yeast for the yeast. And so, okay, so this is their most recent beer, their spring. Haru means spring, and this is their spring entry into the Kimagure line. Let's give it a go. Okay, it's just very slightly hazy. This might be chill haze with a half a finger of just slightly off-white head at the top. Okay, a little bit frothy. Carbonation. Okay, and aroma. Okay, yeah. Definitely, that's a nice combo of the Cascade, Amarillo, and Simcoe there. Definitely. So the hops are kind of leading the way. It's not overbearing though. Definitely, there's some decent malt behind it. Okay, it's got kind of nice deep grassiness. Definitely some pine there. Perhaps a little citrus behind it. The fruitiness is kind of deep. It wouldn't be something like peaches, but more like some kind of candied fruit. Yeah, and it gets tangy in the mid palate, definitely. So it starts out pine, and the bitterness increases in mid palate, and it gets a little bit citrusy, kind of like a fruit, like maybe orange that has been drenched out and kind of smashed, condensed with some stone fruit into it. Light bitter tracks, really a tasty IPA. This is a great one in their series, Kimagure series. So they put one out every season, and this is the one for spring. Haru no Kimagure from Kyoto Brewing Company, 6% and 43 international bittering units. And give them a try. You can buy these online now. You can go online and order a variety of beers from Kyoto Brewing. You can order singles as long as you order in a multiple of 6 or say 12, 18, that sort of thing. And you can also buy sets that they have. So they do offer quite a few. They have a bottling line and a canning line now. So they're doing both of those. And you can get them easily online. So I'd say check them out. Okay, well that's it for today. And we'll look at another Kyoto Brewing beer in our next video. And I hope you're along for that. Take care.